We'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Atlanta. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a fourth-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Meanwhile, Cousins throw taken in by London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
To throw, Cousins. Man open is Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers into formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now second and 9. Robinson with another carry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. Stays on his feet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Geno now to throw. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
3rd and 2, Smith to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go on 4th. Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit. found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action. Cousins. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing now is Geno. Returning right back to Lockett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Walker now, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 22 now, here's second down at 7. Here's Smith. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Walker. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Cousins throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After one, a 14-3 ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Cousins. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's the corner, A.J. Terrell, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll find Metcalf, and he goes out right around the 39. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Geno. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Ray McCloud. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. And right side, they're going to go option here. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Loose inside the 30. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 82 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score.
Partner, you know the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Quickly out wide to Eskridge. So no gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss to Walker. Take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
And this is where you're hoping you can catch the defense with too many men in the box. You line up in a jumbo set and pull people close to the line of scrimmage and in tight. And then it was all about closing off the angles of pursuit on the strong side and hoping your guy can win the race to the outside. And that time, he takes the toss and follows his lead blocker right into the end zone.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And right side, they're going to go option here. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security? I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and a little more than a yard here. To throw is Smith. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Walker. A strong run. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks had 6 to their lead. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So out come the Falcons now. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Come on, man.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Bring it. We got to be big time now. Keep our boys. It's showtime, baby.
3rd down and 13. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Welcome to the NFL, baby. Oh, wait, I ain't get there. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Bring it back. They can't stop it. There we go. They taking it to eat.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And Walker has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
3rd and 4. Back to throw, Smith. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. McLeod to return it. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That's out quickly to London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Cousins on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins hitting London coming across the field. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
First down, here's Cousins. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw is Cousins. Complete to Mooney on the slant. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On play action, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 27 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Coup now for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker, and the Seattle offense is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Now Geno on first down. This is Fant on the short completion. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Smith now on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He completes this to Walker. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Here's Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Cousins. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got London on a slam. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him the first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Option play. Here's Robinson.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. They go play action. Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Now, a quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Cousins.
He'll find more on the comeback route.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And here now come the Falcons.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Smith. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing that they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
On second down, here's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Cousins on 1st down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know when this...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Off the play fake, Cousins. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 99 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Second and 5. Trying the left side with Walker. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. Pass complete. He's got Smith and Jigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the give, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fighting his way through contact.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cousins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident, because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One last shot now for Cousins. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the